Now, listen, I'm delighted. And Kevin, firstly, thank you. Professor Kevin Curran, the Professor of Cybersecurity. Just that longer interview as it happened with Kay, Kevin, has left us less time than we would have planned for, but thank you for your good offices, Kevin. Kevin, we were talking about kids as young as 6 giving money online to streamers without their parents knowing. At the start of the programme, we heard from the police. It's a special emphasis from the police this week about online awareness and all the rest. Now, Kevin, where do you start there? Because you're savvy on this stuff, your kids are savvy on this stuff, but what's happening with these wee tiny nippers, for goodness sake?
Yeah, I mean, a quarter of children aged 6 to 16, through a survey conducted by Virgin Media, found that a quarter of them were given on a daily basis. The main thing is that even though you've got parental controls and you can control what websites you go to, but for parents to be aware that children actually do donate to their favourite content creators, their favourite influencers, and
not always in a bad way, Kevin, just because they like them.
Just because they like them, they want to. And of course, these influencers are quite good at asking for whatever, hit the subscribe button, hit the donate button, but just so parents can know that, because kids actually now do have online banks, banking things, and the kids were asked how come they did it without asking their parents, and they said, well, we didn't think to ask because money is just in our account and we tend to spend it the way we want to.
Just hit subscribe and what you're...
Well, subscribe.
Did you have your Waynes done this? I don't want to embarrass your Waynes.
No, they haven't. No, but my son did spend about £500 over a weekend on iPad apps once, and in fairness to Apple, they refunded every penny of that.
Right.
Yeah, when he was about 8 years of age.
I don't want to embarrass anybody's kids, but was that a difficult conversation? Or?
Oh, not at all. He knew straight away, because he actually is one of them people on the 99 percentile of honesty. His problem in life, actually, he has intrusive thoughts where he hammers himself. He's the most honest guy you've ever seen. He's never done anything. But
so, what to do here? Because will this show up as maybe 30 pence or £30, Kevin? Well, what to do? Mas and dads out there going, you what, Kevin?
Well, of course, we'll have some way of looking at your kids' bank account, really, and what payments they're sending.
Right. Okay. Now, listen, carers and buddies in terms of tackling debt. Another potential good thing here, Kevin. What is it?
There's this app again, Tuco, which allows people, carers maybe, to have a view into a person's bank account, especially those who have mental health issues again. So, of course, a lot of people struggling in debt, but when you've got mental health issues, you can spend so much more. But if you have an accountability where someone can actually view your account, see what you're spending, they get up to 4 alerts per day, and also, say you're in hospital or other people, they can take over paying your some of your bills. Because this open banking, which has come around the last few years now, where banks have to open up their platforms so that third-party apps can see into it and allow you to have all types of finance tools, really.
So it's the whole thing about money, mental health. The Money and Mental Health Policy Institute, set up by Martin Lewis. He's excellent. Described the two as a marriage made in hell in terms of the relationship between how they feed off each other. If your mental health is poor, your money issues can exacerbate that, and all the rest. Kevin, on a positive note, I saw recently on the telly, a lot of the betting formats, they're criticised because they seem to own sport and sponsorship and all of that. But increasingly on the telly, it's set your limits. Don't be doing this. They're taking a cautious kind of an approach. I don't know if that's token or meaningful.
Yeah, yes, it's hard to separate it. I've seen a lot of ads actually in mainstream TV lately where they do come out with that. But But of course, they can have their own back end controls as well. They don't have to do that.
Right. And a final word, Kevin. The latest on Netflix. So password sharing crackdowns and sharing of that. If you have it, are you allowed to give it to somebody else? All of that. What's the latest?
Well, yeah, for years actually, Netflix have encouraged password sharing, but of course we know that one Netflix account can serve up to 6-10 people, really, maybe 20 students.
And if it exists like that, why wouldn't students use it like that?
Exactly like that. So Netflix are trying to come along and say, well, look, if you don't log in once in a month, that means you're travelling, or we can't tell which is your home IP address, so we're going to charge you. Or if there is multiple passwords, you have to pay extra per month. But of course, Netflix have raised their subscription, in the last few months, actually. And then it remains to be seen that they could maybe have a 4% increase here, but this could put people off. Because again, the Fire Sticks that you get nowadays, where for 50 quid a year you can have Sky TV, Disney, Netflix, Apple Plus, all on your Fire TV stick.
Right.
Generally done through Facebook. But literally 50 quid gets you everything if you just want to do it illegally.
Sorry, okay. That's a head wrecker. So the plan would be, they say, Kevin, to try and force Netflix customers who have the primary account to pay an extra £3 a month for a service that of another user with credentials away from your house. £3 a month in addition to the primary account.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'd say a lot of people pay, but a lot of people with those extra, our students have paid nothing for nothing, but a lot of them would pay £3 a month, wouldn't they? 36 quid a year.
If it's kept at a limit, it's only for extra pass. But again, there could be a mission creep there. They might find that there's 6 households and they'll ask you for 18 quid a month.
All right, Kevin, thank you for your flexibility today with our timings. Thank you so much indeed. The Professor of Cybersecurity with the Ulster University at Magee. That's Professor Kevin Curran. Wednesday tomorrow means